Friday, everybody. Let me turn the tunes down. Hope you're having a good, I consider Friday the start of the weekend. Hope you're having a good start to the weekend. wherever you are on planet Earth. This is going to be a short one, man. This is going to be a short and sweet, low-key Friday afternoon live stream. Yeah, not much going on other than the Braves game tonight. If the Braves win tonight, they go to the World Series for the first time since '99, I believe, and I'm super excited for that. Been a Braves fan all my life. The game begins at 9:08 p.m. And I can't wait. Eastern time, that is. Eastern time. So I'm super excited. But welcome. Let's shoot the shit. Whatever's on your mind. No topic of discussion is off limits this afternoon. No topic of discussion is paramount. We shall shoot the shit about whatever you guys want. Hope you're feeling better, Nick. Jared, I've never really played D&D other than a couple times when I was in high school. I have a couple friends that are really into it to this day. But for whatever reason, I never really got around, or never got into tabletop stuff, man. The only tabletop stuff that I really ever played that wasn't, your typical Monopoly or whatever, was a game called Talisman back in the day, which I've been wanting to play a lot for the past couple years. The last time that I played it, I was probably, I don't know, maybe 12, 11 years old, something like that. It's been a long time, but yeah, anyway. Tommy Solano, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support. First super chat and channel support of the stream. Hey, Greedo, been waiting all day for a stream. I'm finishing up some goddamn homework before I go to work. Love the channel since 2014. Do you have any tips on losing weight, like what to eat or work outs? So yeah, definitely. Well, first of all, thanks for tuning in all these years. 2014 feels like a lifetime ago, Sometimes I do get very nostalgic for the early days of the channel, just because YouTube was still pretty big back then, but compared to 2020, Star Wars YouTube from 2014 was a baby. There was just like a handful of people talking about Star Wars on YouTube. And I got very lucky because I was one of the first. In 2011, I started this channel, and it's hard for me to believe that it's been that long. But yeah, sometimes I do get nostalgic for that Force Awakens build-up, Just, there was a buzz in the air, man. Everybody was super excited. And yeah, but I appreciate you sticking around all these years. The channel has definitely changed since then, right? But, oh, graphic design. That's hilarious, Tommy. Normally, GD means goddamn, but to you, it's graphic design. I love it. That's hilarious, man. But thanks for tuning in all these years. So, tips on losing weight. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll tell you my little spiel. So in late April, early May, I started running. I've always enjoyed running, but, the past 5 years or so, I just completely slacked off, and I gained a bunch of weight. Not my heaviest. My heaviest I ever was like 240. I'm 6'2". And then about, like April, May, I was about like 220, 215, fluctuated around then, 220, 215. And then I started running. I started running 2 miles a day for a month. And then eventually it evolved to 4 miles and 5 miles and 6 miles a day. Yesterday I did a 4.5 mile day after dinner, run, 4.5 mile day after 4.5 mile run. I can't speak this afternoon. 4.5 mile run after dinner. My pace was 8 minutes and 3 seconds, and burned about 600 calories. If you do that, if you just go out and run, and you do a mile, you do 2 miles, you do that 5 days a week, you are guaranteed to lose weight, man. It's gonna, don't get me wrong, everybody wants like an instant, noticeable difference. It's not easy. It's been, so late April, I was like, let's say 220. Now I weighed myself after my run last night. I'm 187. And so I've lost all that weight from running. And have I watched what I eat? Not necessarily. I've never been a big snacker. I've never been a big breakfast eater. Usually I've always had like a protein shake or maybe a Cliff Bar for breakfast. I've actually drank... I've been getting into red wine lately instead of beer. Beer has always been my go-to, but I've kind of grown to really, really like red wine. So me and my wife will have like a bottle of red wine on a Saturday night, you know, instead of me having like 6 beers during the day and in the night. I'll just have a couple glasses of red wine, you know. It's great. But yeah, dude, it is all about sticking to it. Like, sure, diet is a huge part of the equation. But I found that if you work your ass off, if you get into a running routine, let's say, I say running because that's what I like to do. It's great. I love cardio, and I can just run 4 miles and put my brain somewhere else, listen to some music, and be done in like 32 minutes, you know. But if you do that, man, it is guaranteed. The biggest problem that people have is sticking with something, right? It's so easy to like just be like, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. No, you gotta tell that son of a bitch in your brain to go to bed, and you got work to do, man. So yeah, it's just the biggest thing is that people always talk about wanting to lose weight. People always talking about wanting to get into shape. The biggest thing is pulling the trigger and doing it. And so yeah, tomorrow. Or after your homework, put on some running shorts, put on some shoes, go for a mile jog. You don't have to kill yourself, you know, and get back and chalk that up to, the beginning of your new routine, man. Like my dad has been going he goes to the gym like once or sometimes twice a day. He's in great shape. He's almost 70 years old. He's 69. He'll be 70 next year. He's in incredible shape for his age, but he eats like shit. I mean, the guy probably hasn't had a vegetable in years, and he just snacks on cookies and chocolate and bullshit all day, but he's in ridiculous shape because he balances it out with ridiculous gym time, you know? So, yeah, I mean, just got to stick with something, you know? Keep us updated, man. Guys, the baby monitor is yelling at me that it needs to be plugged in. Cole, I appreciate that channel support. And Mini Fridge, thank you so much. Give me literally like a minute. I'm going to run downstairs, grab the baby monitor charging cord so it stops yelling at me. And then I will be back in literally like a minute. I'm going to sprint downstairs. Cool? All right. BRB, guys. BRB. There we go. That song feels a little out of place. All right, sorry guys. Had to run down. I want that baby monitor beeping in my ear for the next 15, 20, 30 minutes. There we go. All right. Coleslaw, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I appreciate the hell out of that. Cole says, been pushing the boat around the low country. You live in a beautiful part of the world, HG. Can't wait to get the boat down to Jack's. Nice, man. Well, I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. When are you planning on coming down this way? Or are you doing that this trip at all? Yeah, I love it. I love it down here, man. Like, I love it out west, too. But I've lived in Jacksonville since I was 13. 21 years now. And, November. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Keep me posted, man. Yeah, I love it down here. There's so many places to go kayaking, and I live at the pool. I love going to the pool. There's nothing more that I like than having a few cans of beer and laying in a pool all day. It is my favorite thing to do. And, yeah, it's great, man. It's great. Yeah, keep me posted. Definitely, Cole. Not too sure what we got going on in November, but saw a 6-foot bull shark today in the marsh. Nice. I've seen so many alligators in a place called Guana State Park, and you could get your boat in there, I'm sure. It's wait, we're talking. What kind of boat are we talking? I saw it on the picture recently. Yesterday, I think. Yeah, I think. But yeah, Guana is awesome. It's kind of like a marshy, swampy, relatively small place. I don't know what to recommend. Yeah, okay, that's right. I don't know where or what to recommend you do. It depends on where you want to go. I'm sure you already have places in mind. Have you researched anything? We love to go in the intercoastal. Recently we went to kind of St. Augustine. That's where we live, in St. Augustine. And kind of paddled around the lighthouse area down there. But it was great. It was great. But yeah, keep me posted, man. Keep me posted. If you have any ideas or places that you would want to go, let me know, and I'll tell you if I've been there. But no, we have kayaks. Me and my wife have kayaks. They're hanging up in the garage right now. But yeah, it's too much fun, man. I love it. I love it. Some great places around here. I definitely haven't explored enough. But yeah, I've been wanting to go down to, I think it's called Crystal Springs down south. I really don't remember where it's around, but I guess like in December, a ton of manatee just kind of converge in this one location, and it's like breeding time for manatees or something like that. It's like a warm pocket of the water, and they all kind of like converge there for the winter, and you can just paddle above them, and there's thousands of manatees below you. Let me see, is that what it's called? Crystal Springs manatees. Yeah, here we go. If you just Google Crystal Springs manatee and then go to Google Images, you'll see what I'm talking about. This just, yeah, really cool. Definitely want to go there sometime. God, look at all this, man. That's crazy. Check this picture out. Never mind. It's not going to work. Copy image address. Yeah, definitely. That's a cool picture I posted. I think that's one of many little pockets that you can go down and check out. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Cole. Yeah, keep me posted, man. Keep posting the pictures. And Mini Fridge, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Mini Fridge simply said, legend. Well, are you talking about me? You should have said old. Dude, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Oh, I don't know why this popped into my head. Probably because I said old. Yesterday I was on my run, and this dude on a bike. This is like the third time we've converged on one another. I'll be running full speed, you know, doing my pace, and then he will come around the corner on his bike, and he will literally be riding as fast as me. Not intentional, but like I'm running. I go at about like a 7:30 to an 8-minute pace. That is usually my window right there. And he's riding his bike that fast, and we're just riding next to each other. And yesterday was the first time we talked to one another. And he was like, "Man, are you a Navy SEAL?" And I was like, "No." And he said, Your pace is ridiculous. Are you Clark Kent?" And it was just hilarious to me. And he thought I was like 25, and I was like, "No, I'm 34." And he was like, "34?" It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Made me feel good. I told him he was my pace car. I was just running with him. But it's funny. Like three runs in a row. This guy has come. He must like do a bike ride right after he eats dinner, like I do a run right after we eat dinner, and just kind of. I'm sure we'll meet up again. Anyway, I appreciate that, Mini Fridge. And Sarah Heat, good to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this afternoon, Sarah. Sarah says, or asks, rather. There we go. Hello, Greedo. I was rewatching The Dark Crystal and the series on Netflix, and my sister asked me if what the Skeksis did to the Gelfling is what the Empire wants to do to the child. These are references, Sarah, that I am not familiar with whatsoever. My only knowledge of The Dark Crystal or even the Netflix series is that it exists. I have never seen The Dark Crystal movie. Was that from the 80s? I've never seen it before. Didn't grow up watching it. I don't know if I heard of it until not too long ago, to tell you the truth, which I don't know, it's kind of crazy. I feel like most movies of that era I've heard of and maybe not necessarily seen, but vaguely familiar with. Let me look this up, or somebody tell me what does the where was that? What do the Skeksis do to the Gelfling? What is that? Let me Google that. What does the Skeksis do to the Gelfling? When the crystal was exhausted after a millennium of abuse, the Skeksis began to abduct Gelflings in order to drain them of their essence. Which had a rejuvenating effect on them. This led to the formation of the Gelfling resistance. They drain the life. There we go. Sarah says they drain the life essence from the Gelflings and eat it to remain young. There have been a lot of people kind of postulating that the Empire wants Baby Yoda, the child, in order to people have said to like mine its midichlorians, to draw some of that blood and maybe create like super soldiers or like Imperial I don't know, Sith. I don't know. It makes complete sense. I mean, I can't imagine all of these Imperial remnant folks or all these bounty hunters are going after the child just to eat it or make a trophy on a wall out of it, right? There's got to be some kind of desire to study it. In fact, we saw the Doctor in the first season, right? I would assume, obviously, I don't think the Force works like that either, obviously. But I'm just saying, there's got to be some kind of desire to experiment or see if that's even possible. You know what I mean? Kind of like a weird, fucked up Star Wars Goebbels, There's no question in my mind that there is a thread of truth there. I don't know why else they'd be so hell-bent on getting the child other than wanting to do something with its powers, or you know what I mean. But yeah, anyway, Sarah, I think that's a good possibility something like that, right? Something like that being the case. But anyway, I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good start to your Friday, your weekend. There we go. And Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the channel support. It's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. An imaginary film by your favorite director. Who would it be by? Oh, Danny Boyle. What would be the genre? What would it be about? So I can just create this movie in my brain. Yeah, cool, Sarah. Yeah, of course. But Vince, yeah, so I'm creating a movie in my brain. I'll go with Danny Boyle. I'll go with it. I think Danny Boyle could make a really fun, I don't know why, whenever somebody asked me, like, what type of movie I would want, I typed Danny Doyle into Google. Danny Doyle was an Irish folk singer born in Dublin. During the 1960s and 70s, he was one of the top Irish singers, regularly featuring in the Irish charts and scoring 3 #1 singles. There you go. Let's type Danny Boyle, shall we? Danny Boyle. I think he would. For whatever reason, my brain always goes to a detective story. Like whenever anybody wants or asks what kind of Star Wars movie I would want, I always go, "Oh, detective story." It's like my knee-jerk reaction, just because I think it would be so much fun, you know, like a real in the shadows kind of detective story. I think Danny Boyle could do something like what I like about Danny Boyle is that you got weird shit like Train Spotting, you got weird shit, you got your horror genre like 28 Days Later, you got your realistic non-fiction, which is one of my favorite movies, 127 Hours. You got kind of off the wall goofy stuff like Yesterday. I love, like, no two projects are really the same. You got a sci-fi movie like Sunshine. There is such a like a diverse directorial, I don't know, genre films from Danny Boyle. It's really great. I love seeing that kind of stuff, you know. Just different, and they're all different. That's what, I don't know. So yeah, I would love to see like a Danny Boyle, I don't know, detective story, modern. Well, maybe not modern. Maybe modern. Nah, not modern. Not modern. What are modern detective stories? People sitting at laptops? Ultra hackers? So scary. Danny Boyle's Jack the Ripper. I think it would work. I think I would dig it, man. I would dig it. Funny, I was messing with the Star Wars detective movie fan script for a while. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think that would be really fun. I would love to see more kind of, you know, genre direct Star Wars movies. And I think maybe in the future, in the distant future, they'll get a little weird and experimental with what they can do with Star Wars. And I think it would be a good fit, you know, something like that. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, I appreciate that, Vince. I think we're going to be watching Evil Dead tonight, and then going to be watching the Braves play at 9:08. If they win, they go to the World Series. And I am super excited. Super, super excited. Oh, Bearded, that's, yeah, that's the Adam Sandler movie? But let's, out of curiosity, I know it's going to be horrible. What's it have on Rotten Tomatoes? 48. Not as bad as I thought it was going to have. Viewers immune to its star's charms won't find it much of a treat, but Hubie? Halloween is sweet enough to satisfy fans of Adam Sandler's antics. And it's October 31st in Salem, Massachusetts, and a town's eccentric, devoted community volunteer and the good-natured object of his fellow citizens. I mean, his pranks find himself in the midst of a real investigation for a real murder. Okay. Is that John Goodman? No, who is that? Who the hell is that? Play a cop? I don't know who that is. Weird. Yeah, maybe I'll watch it. Probably not though. There's a lot of shit to watch, and if me and my wife usually see eye to eye on movies, and if I come down and say, I know we have a ton of movies, classics on our list that we've never seen, but hear me out. Let's watch Adam Sandler's Hubie Halloween. She'll go no. She'll look at me and go no. But yeah, man. Tommy, once again, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. Tommy says, Evil Dead is one of my favorites. Let me know what you think. Maybe a review video. Yeah, that would actually be perfect. I haven't really done many Halloween videos before. What is it? Friday the 16th. I think that would be perfect. Yeah, I've never seen it. Tommy. It's kind of crazy. Like, I have friends that love it. When I was down in, I went to college in Orlando very briefly for about a year, then dropped out. And a bunch of my friends, loved it. It was their favorite horror movie. Boomstick constantly talking about it, and I just never saw it. Never saw it, which is it's just kind of crazy to me. But I guess it shouldn't be too crazy. I first saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre with my wife probably 8 years ago was the first time that I ever saw it. But so I've never really been one to watch a lot of those types of movies for whatever reason. But yes, when we watch it, that will be my goal. An Evil Dead review video. First time watching at the age of 34 in the year 2020. I love that idea. Maybe I'll have to create a little spooky backdrop. Put some pumpkins and spider web. Wrap it all over Darth Maul in my computer. Create a huge pain in the ass for a 5-minute video. But yeah, man. Anyway, Tommy, I absolutely will do that. I think we're planning on watching tonight, but we shall see. We'll definitely watch it before Halloween, and I'll definitely get a video up. But yeah, for sure. I think we're also. My wife really wants to watch Hereditary too. She wants to watch that really bad, and the more I learn about it, the more I don't really want to, because I don't know, shit like that creeps me out. I would rather watch I don't know. Yeah, we're compromising this year. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. And K31 Jan, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. K3, I don't know if you meant to type a little message in there or not. If you didn't and you wanted to be a silent supporter, I appreciate the hell out of that. If you did and you forgot to type something, feel free to toss it in the chat and I will keep an eye on it. But K3, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. Thought my daughter was waking up. Maybe she'll take a pretty good long nap this afternoon. We will see. We will see. Cool. There we go. Had to make sure Evil Dead was on Netflix. I think it's still on Netflix. I checked like a couple weeks ago. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the Lego Star Wars The Holiday Special. Yeah, just kind of cool that they're doing something like that. It's probably what yeah, it's going to be great. You know, Lego, all that. It's all goofy and fun, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I am. I don't know when it comes out. I haven't really kept track of it, but definitely looking forward to it. There we go. Sorry, closing a bunch of stuff out. There we go. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the channel support this afternoon, man. Oscar says, I think you could make a fun Jar Jar horror short. Yeah, maybe I'll incorporate that into an Evil Dead review. I think that would be fun. Kind of, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll create little skits in between the review video. It's been a while since I've done something like that, right? Incorporate skits. But I think I'll do something. Maybe, yeah, I think Jar Jar would work. But an idea actually just popped into my brain right now. I'll make that happen, Oscar. When I do the Evil Dead review video, I will absolutely incorporate some Jar Jar horror elements in there. Sprinkle it into the review a little bit. I love it. I love it, man. But yeah, I appreciate that. I could see it being a little... I could see people liking it. There we go. Cool. Oh, K3. Would a movie... It didn't give you an option. That's really weird, man. K3 says, would a movie set after Revenge of the Sith featuring more Darth Vader and action be something you watch? So obviously, I would watch it. No, I mean, duh, right? I would definitely watch it. Is it something that I would really want, though? No, not necessarily. You know, I feel like we've had a lot of Vader, a lot of Anakin. That is a story that has been mined for a long time. You know, comics and books and movies, and he's, you know, been sprinkled in shows and all sorts of stuff. So for me, I would rather the effort be put towards movies that kind of feature characters that we know nothing about, you know? Love Vader. Love him. But at the same time, yeah, I would rather... Yeah, the effort be put towards movies, you know, with brand new characters. I just... You know, I don't like the idea of Star Wars constantly just kind of mulching over the same characters and whatnot over and over and over again. I love what I love. I get it. Everybody loves what they love. They want to see more of what they love. But at the same time, it's something that doesn't interest me. You know, more Vader movies and stuff like that. Even the idea of like Vader popping up in something like Jedi Fallen Order, it really doesn't do anything for me. I guess it's cool to see, but I like the idea of Star Wars not necessarily moving past what came before, but definitely reinventing what Star Wars can be with new characters and stuff like that, not always needing to kind of come back to what started it all. Does that make sense? But yeah, that's just me, though. That's just me. I get why people want more of the same. I get it. But I'm super nostalgic too, trust me. But I definitely want the franchise to look to the future rather than the past, moving forward, you know. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. I have not watched it yet, Oscar. I have it up still. It's still up. This is the first time that I've been on my computer since the last stream. Still have all these tabs open. Fair enough. I know some people like the Han Solo movie, but I wasn't too fond of it at In all honesty, a young Han Solo is a young Harrison. Wait, a young Han Solo is a young Harrison Ford, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it doesn't really matter who plays Han Solo to me. That's not an issue that I had. I thought Alden Ehrenreich did a great job. And Solo is one of the Star Wars movies that has grown on me the more I've seen it. But my only issue with it is, and this issue has definitely kind of, I don't know, smoothed out since I've seen it multiple times, and I can just enjoy it for the ride that it is. But the everything that we know about Han Solo or knew about Han Solo is condensed in into 2 hours, right? I mean, he meets Chewbacca, he does the Kessel Run, he plays Sabacc, he wins the Falcon, he meets Lando. Like, everything that we knew about Han Solo, it's like a Han Solo Easter egg Wikipedia page. You know what I mean? Jammed into two hours. So that's my only issue with it. It felt like a little Han Solo checklisty to me. Other than that, it was a fun ride, and it's definitely grown on me since it came out. More than any other Star Wars movie, I think. It's grown on me. Yeah. Velasa Ninja, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I'm going to call it the final super chat and channel support before I jet for the day, possibly for the weekend. Might not stream this weekend. If I do, it will probably have to be Sunday. We'll see. I think Sunday. Or tomorrow night. Tomorrow night or Sunday afternoon. I'm not sure. We'll see. You guys, I don't plan anything. You guys know that. Velasa Ninja, thank you so much. Velasa Ninja says, I want a Knights of the Old Republic movie so bad. Such a great time period, and especially anything involving Revan. Yeah, that is something that that I hear so often. That time period, but also that character. I don't have that kind of nostalgic love for that game, or that character. I've owned back in the day both of the Knights of the Old Republic games, but back then I wasn't really that deep into RPGs. For whatever reason, I really couldn't get into them. I don't know why. So I don't have that burning nostalgia or love for those games, which is, that's kind of crazy. I mean, that's most people's favorite Star Wars games. Like, I would guess that if I asked most people like what their favorite Star Wars games are, a vast majority of the people, maybe not the majority, but a lot of people would say Knights of the Old Republic. But at the same time, sure, that would be great. But at the same time, like, kind of the idea of, well, now that I think about it, me saying this is kind of stupid. I was going to say the idea of adapting a game or a book into a movie doesn't interest me. It's never been like the Star Wars way, right? But that's not what you said. You said an interesting time period. It's a great time period is what you said. So you could have a movie that takes place during that time period and involves Revan. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like beat for beat with a story that's already been told. Yeah, I don't know what they'll do with the Old Republic at the moment, right? It's not canon, I don't believe. I'm sure it's Revan canon. I think they brought back Revan, right? I don't know what stories he's in that Star Wars. Okay. Yeah. Okay, the character of Revan was reestablished in the current Star Wars canon continuity when they were mentioned in the Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker Visual Dictionary, a 2019 reference book written by Lucasfilm Story Group member Pablo Hidalgo. The visual, interesting. So yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I'm up for anything they want to do, man. For me, I would rather them focus on new eras, new characters, everything that, that hasn't already been told and focused on before. But I don't have a deep familiarity with that time period or Revan. So what's it to me? You know what I mean? It's not like Vader where, we've had a ton of movies and content of Vader already. I don't really know too much about that era, that character, So anyway, maybe one day. Cross your fingers, hold your breath, cross your toes, and I was gonna, whatever you want to do. Thoughts and prayers for what you want, man. But anyway, I appreciate that. Velasa Ninja. And Oscar Rodriguez, ever seen Wings of Desire? Just saw it, very artsy. I don't think I've heard of it. Wings of Desire. No. Wings of Desire. Two angels glide through the streets of Berlin, observing the bustling population, providing invisible rays of hope to the distressed, but never interacting with them. When that actually sounds kind of fun. That sounds kind of video gamey. A video game where you just fly around as an angel helping folks. No need for lasers, no need for kicking and punching. No, I've never heard of this, man. Beyond Ravishing, Wings of Desire is Wim Wenders' aching and heartbreaking exploration of how love makes us human. Just the screenshots and cover definitely fit the bill of your artsy description for sure. But no, I've never heard of it, man. I recognize Peter Falk. Wings of Desire. I'll watch the trailer after this. There's a whole laundry list of like classic movies and stuff like that me and my wife have been wanting to watch for a long time, and this has such a good rating and is such high on the list of movies that I'm surprised I've never heard of this or hasn't been added to our list. Anyway, I appreciate it. It's a German film. Maybe that's why. Anyway, Peter Falk is playing himself. Interesting. All right. But I appreciate that, Oscar. It will be added to... I'm going to drag it into the watch column. I have a tab, a bookmark folder, just says watch. But yeah, anyway. Chris Salvador, thank you so much for the final super chat channel support of the stream. Before I jet and maybe try to get about an hour little dumbbell barbell session in before my daughter wakes up or I have to wake her up. But Chris, happy Friday, Greedo. Have a pub sub on me. Hell yeah. God, I miss Publix. Hope to make it back to Florida this summer just in time for the dreaded heat and humidity. Oh, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Yeah, Publix is great, man. I got to say, though, for the past couple months, we have been exclusively shopping at the good old Winn-Dixie. It is significantly cheaper for groceries by a lot. Like, we basically buy the same thing every week, you know? And I feel like we're saving $50 at the grocery store every week by going to Winn-Dixie over Publix. That being said, nothing beats a pub sub. Nothing beats a pub sub. Chicken tender sub for me is the way to go, but you feel like you're gonna explode after eating one. Maybe it's just me because I get a whole chicken tendy sub, and I tell them to put some pepper jack cheese on it, some spicy mustard, some mayonnaise, some spinach, some banana peppers. Oh my goodness! Would you like that toasted? No, that's okay. That's okay. I want to eat it. I want to eat it now. It's so delicious, man. It's so delicious. But I appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, maybe we'll do some pub subs this weekend. So delicious. A whole will do it to you, plus wings. Yeah, they got great wings. We were out of town last weekend, and we came back in town, picked up my daughter from my parents' house, and my parents got just a bag of Publix chicken wings to share with us when we had dinner with them. Ton of wings, ton of chicken tenders. And yeah, man, I don't know what it is. Like, I would take Publix chicken wings, Publix fried chicken over like anything else from any other fast food or restaurant that I've ever had. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. I'm getting hungry, man. We're just having chicken breasts and rice tonight. But I want a chicken tender sub. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. Have a good weekend. And next time we get a pub sub, I will absolutely tweet it out. I'll say, thanks, Chris. But I appreciate that, man. All right, gang, that is it for me. I'm going to jet. Have a great weekend if I don't see you this weekend. If I do end up streaming this weekend, I'll see you then. If I don't see you then, I'll see you when I see you. Cool. What's up, geezes? What's up, Stuart? All right, everybody. Have a good weekend. Fantastic rest of your Friday, wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya.